person. I've usually got a lot going on, just like I'm sure you do. Maybe you're on a team, you have some chores, some homework, brothers and sisters to deal with, pets to take care of, just stuff that you've got to do. Let's face it, you're busy, I'm busy. With all the crazy things that are always going on and creating our schedule, it can be really hard to make time for other things. For instance, our relationships. When it comes to talking to our friends, sometimes it can be so much easier just to send a quick text. It only takes a few seconds, and plus, you can go do other things while you wait for their response. While, at times it's kind of a useful way to share information, it can also be very impersonal and a one-sided way to communicate. I know some people who would hardly talk to me in person, but when it came to texting, they'd be the most talkative person in the world. Now, don't get me wrong, I love text, but it's just not a replacement for one-on-one communication. That real FaceTime that you get in conversation is so much more real and meaningful than a few typed out words. Our quick text mindset often makes me think of how we communicate with God. We want to deliver information to Him as swiftly as possible, so we send up a little prayer, kind of like a quick text to God. We tell Him what we need and how He can help us. But unfortunately, sometimes we don't take the time to listen to what He has to say back. That's not much of a conversation, is it? The Bible tells us that the God of the universe created you and me to have communication with Him. He gave us life so that we could share it with Him, just like we would our best friend. He's extremely interested in all the things that we have going on. Yeah, even our sports, our teams, our chores, our homework, our stuff. The fact is, God wants much more than just an occasional text from us. He wants us to spend time with Him, reading His Word and in conversation. Maybe some of you are thinking, okay, well, great, but what can I do to make sure that I'm communicating with God? Trust me, this is not the time to say IDK. You know what I do? I try and make sure that every day I set aside a certain amount of time to just shut off the world and spend time with God. Whether it's reading His Word, journaling some of my conversations with Him, or just turning off my phone and computer so no one can interrupt. Occasionally, I even have special dates with God where I go into my room and I light some candles and I read and even just play some worship songs on the piano. That might sound totally weird and silly to you, but I have the most amazing time. In the Bible, King David craved time with God. And he said in Psalm 42:2, "My soul thirsts for God, the living God. When can I go and meet with Him?" We're supposed to crave spending time with God, just like He craves spending time with us. It's a relationship, which means it's deep. We share things, and we need to take the time to listen. You have the choice to spend real time with God. I'm telling you, you won't want to miss it.